the cons, and everything you need to know about moving to Lacombe. Hey everyone, Shalane Walls, Jason Walls with the Walls Real Estate Group. And here today, I'm here to tell you about everything you need to know about moving to Lacombe and Central Alberta. So I'm going to dive into it with some of the pros and of course the cons. And if you know me, I hate the cons, but I'll spin it and make it sound a little bit better. I'm going to tell you things that Google doesn't tell you. And well, I'm sorry I'm on the highway, but let's dive into my first pro. Whether you're thinking about moving in 9 days, 90 days for family, friends, recreation, or that job, I'm gonna help you out because like we always say, we do the research so you don't have to. Okay, so here I am on this noisy highway. That's a con, but we're talking about the pros. Okay, as promised, moving off that noisy highway, let's talk about pro number one. Location, location, location. As I mentioned, you can live close to major city center and not have that big city feel with the stresses, the traffic, the craziness, unless you want to. But here in Lacombe, this beautiful town is only 15 minutes from Red Deer. If you drive faster, it is of course faster. So literally it's 1 cup of coffee, no big deal. A couple of songs with the kids, maybe one argument with the kids. Anyway, as you can see behind me, you can get to Bentley, you can get to Gull Lake, you can get to Red Deer, you can get close to Edmonton. So if you're somebody that needs to go to the big city of Edmonton for work, to catch an airport, that specialty health care, maybe your kids are in college, but you don't want to live in Edmonton, they want to drive home, this is gonna be for you. So again, location, location, location. We are just north of Red Deer. So Red Deer is in the central area of Edmonton and Calgary on that QE2 corridor, the Deuce, whatever you wanna call it, as we've mentioned on our videos. So again, Lacombe is located north of Red Deer, closer to Edmonton, right around an hour. So if you're an Oilers fan, yes, I said it, Oilers fan, you can get to those hockey games in no time. Come along with me. Let's go talk about some more pros of Lacombe. Okay, pro number 2. So I don't know about you guys, but I love finding new, fun, and exciting things to do. Lacombe has so much fun. So you gotta think small town feel with big amenities. Here I am right now at the track on 2. This is new. So for anybody thrill seekers, yeah, you can do that here in Lacombe. You can come here, you can bet on horses, you can have great food, you can gamble, you can wear the fancy hats. Yes, it's like the Kentucky Derby. Bet you don't believe me? You need to come here and check it out. If you don't have a Kentucky Derby hat, you can buy one here, so you don't need to worry about it. Lacombe is the sweet spot of Central Alberta. You gotta think small town, big amenities like I just said, barbecues, parades, great neighbors, cultural events. Also, so many festivals, whether it's in the winter, at Halloween, Thanksgiving, the fall. We have great schools here in Lacombe. We have a great hospital facility. So it has smaller wait times, but we can dive into that later. But if you're new to my channel and you want to know about healthcare, guys, I really encourage you to go and look at the video that Jason and I did about healthcare in Central Alberta because it's very specific and it will answer all of your questions. But like I always say, if you have questions in my videos, you know what to do. You need to call me, you need to email me, you need to text me with those questions so I can answer those specific questions because not everybody watching this video is going to have the same questions. Jason and I just want to do an overview. But anyways, let's go take a look at this. So if you're not a gambler, that's okay. Everybody's hungry. They have great food here. The Funky Monkey. And one thing I want to talk to you guys about is this is locally owned. The people that own this are from the area. They are from Central Alberta. As a matter of fact, not even far from here. So that is just another thing to talk about. Central Alberta prides itself on being locally owned and shopping local. So if that's something that you love, you're really going to love it here. So if you're moving here with a business and you're thinking about Lacombe, people are going to support you in that. And I'm going to dive into some local businesses here that you are going to love. You're not going to want to miss out. So again, the track on 2, let's go take a quick look at it. And you can bet on a horse for $2, so it's not going to break the bank. You can also play hockey here. There's a great recreation facility. There's great parks. You can go walking here. So many beautiful trails. I'm sure there's even a pickleball team because we all know pickleball is huge. You can get together if you're a senior. They have seniors groups. There's parenting groups. Anything that you want to do to fill your time, that fills your heart, you can do here in Lacombe. And I encourage you to dive into the Town of Lacombe's website and check out everything that they have to offer, because it is going to go into great detail month by month what they have to offer. But don't take my word for it. Why don't you just come here and talk to the people? So, again, track on 2, great food, fun things to do, family friendly. You do not have to be 18 years old to come here. You can hang out outside with your family, eat a hot dog, watch the horses. They even have one of those coin-fed riding horses like back in the day. Yeah, I know, back in the day. It ages me. But those are just some of the beautiful things that Lacombe has to offer. So if you want to know more about what Lacombe has to offer, let's go take a look. Also, I want you to stick around to the end because I have a bonus pro tip that you're not going to want to miss. Let's go. Okay, I know this flow doesn't maybe seem very good, but I can't stop talking about the recreation and all the fun things to do in Lacombe. So you guys, I want to highlight, if you love eating fresh and shopping local like I just said, look at it. Here we are at the farmer's market. It is a Thursday afternoon and you can come down here and buy your fresh vegetables. You can shop with local vendors, bring the kids, bring the dog. It is just a very fun event, and who doesn't like fresh vegetables and fruit? Not everybody can grow them. I certainly don't have a green thumb, so that's just another pro. And here's for all you golf enthusiasts, which is not me as well, that is Jason. He loves this golf course. This golf course is fantastic, and you're gonna wanna watch our drone footage of this. So if you live in Lacombe, you literally can just walk out your back door, ride your bike with those clubs, or of course, take that drive, go hit some balls, have a great time, and you don't even have to leave the comfort of your town. So again, farmers market, golfing, track on 2, walking in our beautiful trails, the recreation facility, cards, you name it, Lacombe's got it. Let's go. Let's talk about more what Lacombe has to offer. Okay, another pro, guys. Whether you're thinking about moving here in 9 days, 90 days, or a year from now, you're gonna need somewhere to live. And I'm pretty sure you're not gonna wanna be living in your tent or your RV. So let's talk about houses. And who better to talk to you about houses than myself and Jason, because we are real estate agents in Central Alberta for a combined of over 30 years. I know that ages me, but don't let it deter you from me. We're still hip, we're still on it, and we're here to dive into it. So here I am right as we're coming into Lacombe. And what I want to talk to you about at Lacombe is that Lacombe is affordable. So if you're looking for a bigger square footage, a bigger yard without breaking the bank and keeping those dollar bills in your pocket, then you're going to want to look at some of our other city centers, such as this one that has all of the amenities. So as I said, you're going to get a bigger house here in Lacombe. You're going to get a bigger lot. You're going to get a matured lot. And aside from that, in Lacombe, we have heritage homes. What does that mean to you? Well, I'm going to show you. We have character homes. We have older homes. We have new homes. You can build your home. We have infills. What's an infill? Well, we did a video on all this, but I'm going to tell you since I'm here anyways. It means that you can go into an older neighborhood with a beautiful mature yard. You can knock the house down if you like, move it off and sell it, but you can build your own beautiful home. So come with me. So here we have some of our older homes. Look at these yards. They are phenomenal. You are not going to find this in Vancouver. We also have, this would have been an infill. So this would have been an older home that was knocked down and they built onto it. Now, when you get down the road more, we're gonna come into some heritage homes. Heritage homes has a definition, but typically it means it's over 100 years old. We have a lot of that in Lacombe because this is a town full of heritage. Now, here's another infill. So you can see we are on the busy road of Lacombe, but I just wanted to highlight the different houses that we have in the city without taking too much of your time, because I know time is precious. So look at this home. It is fantastic. It would have been an infill. And right next to it is one of the original homes to Lacombe. But as you further dive into the city, off this main road, it gets very quiet and you get closer to the schools, you get closer to the parks, you have those bigger backyards, you have more trees. Don't let this street deter you guys. This is just where I wanted to come to maximize the time for this video. So let's carry on, but I do want to tell you one more thing. Lacombe's value of homes has been steadily increasing for the last 10 years. So if you're thinking about buying or investing in Central Alberta, you might want to consider Lacombe. Let's go. I want to show you some of my favorite things in Lacombe. All right, guys, here I am to talk to you about another pro of Lacombe. I am literally in the heart of Lacombe, the downtown. So why do I love the downtown so much? It is historic. You can walk around these beautiful parks. You can have lunch here. There are so many different cafes that you can go to. For instance, Million Oak, it has so much for you to offer. Cilantro and Chive, it is a restaurant that you probably never experienced unless you went to Red Deer. Sweet Capone's is a beautiful bakery that I love. It's vintage, it has heritage, it has culture. When you come to Lacombe, you are going to want to spend an afternoon or a morning walking around, experiencing the food, experiencing the coffee, experiencing the vendors. So many of these shops that you see around me are locally owned. The feel and the vibe of this town, especially downtown, is love. Love is in the air. Even the sidewalks, the crosswalks, if you look at this, have hearts on them. How could you not want to come and experience Lacombe? So again, whether you're thinking about moving in 9 days, 90 days, or a year from now, I really encourage you to come check out Lacombe and all it has to offer. But having said this, now that you got a full belly and you've experienced some golf, you went to the track on too, I got another pro for you. So let's go check it out. Okay guys, let's talk about another pro. Let's talk about the education system. I know I already touched on this a little bit, and if you want a deeper dive into the education system of Lacombe, Jason and I have a full video overview of Lacombe. And if you need some specific questions answered, I encourage you to give us a call, give us a text, send us an email, and we'll be happy to answer all your questions. But for the purpose of this video, the pros of Lacombe, let's talk about it. So here we are at Burman University. This is a faith-based university. So if that is something of your interest, your passion, your culture, your heritage, your faith, this is where you're going to want to come and check out. Not only do we have this Burman University, we have other schools, as you can see right across the road from me. So here in Lacombe, a pro of the education system is that you have multiple schools with a smaller population, which means smaller class sizes. That means the wonderful teachers that get to teach here get to have a little bit more time, a little bit more one-on-one with each and every student. Come with me. Let's talk about the cons. We're gonna wrap up this video and we're still gonna save the best for last. Come on, let's talk about it.
So guys, we're now on to the cons. And you know how Shalane hates talking about the cons of anything, so I get to deal with that today. So with Lacombe, there's really not any cons. It's a beautiful city. The heritage, the buildings, the community, the friendliness, it's all here. But if we are gonna discuss any cons, let's start. So number one is jobs. So Lacombe doesn't have as many jobs just because it's a smaller community, even though it is a city, than what Red Deer or Calgary, Edmonton has. I know a lot of the students are having a hard time finding entry-level jobs, and I think that's more for all of Central Alberta, but Lacombe definitely does have that. It also doesn't have a lot of the specialty jobs. It does have a hospital, so there is the healthcare and things like that. It's really agriculture based, so there is a lot of agriculture jobs, but the specialty jobs, the entry-level jobs, there's just not as many. So if you are looking for a specialty job, you are going to have to go to Red Deer or Edmonton from Lacombe. Number two is there is no transit. So there is the cabs, there isn't an Uber, there isn't the buses. So if you don't have a car, if you are going to have to get around, you're going to have to be on your bikes or your scooters. I actually don't even know if Lacombe has a scooter. I don't think they do. So maybe that's another con, because we all know that when you're in Red Deer and Edmonton, everybody's zipping around on their scooters, and hopefully no one's falling off, because we all know there's some of that going on. So that would be the number two con. The number three con is right now, there's a lot of fuzz. So there's a lot of popular trees in Lacombe because it's beautiful. There's so many trees, but we're out here video our video today, and it's almost like it's snowing in some of these communities because there are so many trees. But this time of year, your allergies are going to act up because there is fuzz everywhere. So not a big con, but it is a con. And number 4, and we touch on this in all of Central Alberta. So this certainly isn't just designed to pick on Lacombe, but the weather. So we are in, what are we in? We're in the end of May. I still have my jacket on. So the weather in Alberta is always unpredictable. This morning it was sunny. Yesterday it was raining. It could be snowing next week. So there's always going to be the weather predictions in Alberta. But you know what? If you're an Albertan, if you want to become an Albertan, you will adapt, and it is worth it because there's so many positives that offset the negative. But we just want to be real, raw, and relatable, as Shalane always says, is make sure everybody knows about it. And I guess the last con that we kind of want to highlight today is maybe the entertainment. So there are the movie theaters, there are some restaurants like Millie Creek Cafe, we highlighted that one. There's a lot of the boxes, the Boston Pizza, the Subways. We get little pubs like the Uglies, we get Cilantro and Chive. But if you want fine dining, or you want to go to some places where there's maybe movie theaters or live theater, things like that, Lacombe doesn't offer as much of it as Edmonton does. But off side of that, Edmonton's only an hour north, so it's really not that far to go. And the small community makes up for it. But if we are highlighting some of the cons, that would be one of them. So if you're wanting to make the move in 9 days, 90 days, or a year from now, and you have any questions about Lacombe, Shalane and I are from the area. As she mentioned, we have over 30 years combined experience between us in Central Alberta, so that's a lot. We can give you the good, the bad of all the communities, all the cities, and things like that. We're happy to answer any questions, and if you would like to, reach out to us. Oh, and last but not least, please hit like and subscribe so you get notifications when our new one comes out, because who doesn't want to watch our videos? We really appreciate you guys taking the time. Oh, more fuzz. So again, just reach out to us. We're happy to help. And if you're making the move to Central Alberta, let us help you.